Orlando Bloom and rumored girlfriend Katy Perry were seen driving around Malibu last Saturday. But no audio issues for this boy band. Backstreet is back and headed to Las Vegas. Speaking of stars, Dancing with the Stars has officially revealed their celebrity cast for season 22. The 12 celebrities appeared live on Good Morning America this morning with their professional dancing partners. Thunderstorms beginning tomorrow, also into Thursday. Expect a cooling trend to lower those temperatures into the weekend. That's right, guys, the snow has arrived, but in Northern California. The storm that made its way through the Bay Area on Monday left a fresh blanket of snow in the High Sierra. The Malibu Labor Exchange will be moving their current trailer to the east side of the public library because their current trailer sits on the site of the future Santa Monica College Malibu campus parking lot. Going into Friday before we see a little bit of a cooling trend, but right now winds have calmed down and looks like El Nino is keeping up with the Kardashians. The roof of Kylie Jenner's $2.7 million mansion wasn't prepared for last Sunday's rainfall. And Olivia Newton-John's former boyfriend, who disappeared 11 years ago, has been found. What do you guys think? I am ready for Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris to move in. I'm kind of excited.
I already called dibs on the room.
Yeah, we already called the room. That two-story guest house? I need a little space in there too. Steven Spielberg may have some regrets about selling his Malibu estate too soon. According to Pepperdine's course catalog, each Seaver College student is required to complete 64 units of general education, which comes out to about 19 courses. So how does this compare to other private universities in the area? What I'm going to say next is probably going to shock a bunch of people. Did you know that we've been singing this popular song wrong? If you're a 90s kid, chances are you've been singing along to Hans's 1997 hit single. And the saying, like mother, like daughter, has never been more true. Katie Holmes and Suri Cruz were spotted out and about in Agora Hills on Sunday, spending some mother-daughter time. They say good things come in twos, and that is definitely true for Vintage Grocers. The grocery store is celebrating its second anniversary this month and has just announced that it will be opening up a second location. Chris Hemsworth and his wife Elsa Pataki aren't giving up on LA just yet. The couple who moved out of Malibu earlier this year to return to Australia just purchased a new estate in town. That Santa Monica is at 66, Agora Hills is at 50, Thousand Oaks at 64, and Calabasas at 51. And we may have a confession from our favorite teenage drama queen, Lindsay Lohan. Earlier today, TMZ reported that the actress was engaged to 22-year-old Russian heir Igor Tarabasov. From multi-million-dollar homes to no home, the need to care for Malibu's estimated 100 homeless people is clear. Last September, a state of emergency for homelessness was declared for the Los Angeles County and surrounding areas. With Malibu's growing homeless rate, the city falls under the same state of declaration. Church leaders say it is our obligation to help the homeless population.
Even though this is a very rich society, they still are there, and they're the same people as we are, and we need to look after them.
Finding a solution for the city homeless population is not a simple one, but one that will take a collaborative effort. Local churches provide free weekly meals, and community-run organizations are working to raise awareness of the problem. Another program supporting the homeless community is the Malibu Labor Exchange. The MLE provides a location for individuals to potentially be hired for various projects.
A little bit of work for people who want to do stuff. Clean up their yard, and simple stuff. Drop off some socks and whatnot. But it's nice because you feel like, people are looking after you.
In the past, the city of Malibu has been criticized for not providing city-run shelters for the homeless. The homeless say a safe day center where they could clean up would really help.
8 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, 6 hours, washer and a dryer. And actually make the guys come up with $1 and we got some soap and you can do a load. And lockers. A lot of people never steal. Then they're on the streets for a couple of years, and next thing you know, they're going into other people's camps and taking stuff.
Mayor Rosenthal says although the city hadn't considered the idea, she could support it.
Those are all good ideas that I would support working with the county to try to find solutions to that.
But like any new project, there are always complications to consider.
The obstacles come in because you want to be able, you don't want to just provide a space, you want to be able to provide a person that goes with that. Those are obstacles, but they're obstacles, and those are the ones that you get around.
For Newswaves 32, I'm Karina Corona. It's a problem that Point Dume residents face every day. Traffic. Since home development first began in the 1940s, the peninsula has grown from acres of open space to an almost fully built-out residential community and a popular destination for beachgoers. Traffic problems in the Point Dume area vary by street, but two issues receive the most attention: speeding, and parking. Speeding through residential streets was appointed the biggest problem for the community, especially on streets such as Fernhill, where the elementary school is located.
There's a lot of issues with speed, with parking, with the fire department access.
The second most discussed issue is street parking. Residents have claimed that there is too little road space to maneuver through, with people parking on both sides of the road. The parking congestion comes from a mix of beachgoers and visitors of the residents.
I think there's a lot of businesses kind of moving into the area, and I noticed that there's a lot more traffic, a lot more parking issues. It'd be really helpful if that was changed.
In the past few months, the city has held 2 community meetings to address growing traffic concerns and receive feedback from community members. Proposed safety improvements include speed humps, safety circles, and radar trailers. A few residents have raised concerns that traffic calming measures such as speed humps could slow down emergency response times. However, the majority of the community agrees that a change needs to be made. The city will take residents' concerns and suggestions into consideration as they create a future management plan to improve traffic conditions in the community.
We're hoping that the plan will be ready by summer. So the next thing is to go back to have the engineers and our city public works staff look at all the suggestions, come back with a real plan.
But for now, the community can start making a change simply by slowing down.
Looking inward and saying, maybe I need to slow down, maybe I need to talk to the people that work at my home or come visit me or my children, and really we need to work as a family and as a community to take some personal responsibility.
For Newswaves 32, I'm Karina Corona. With Decision Day quickly approaching, there are various factors to consider when selecting the right university. But one factor that parents and students often don't look into are the differences between a liberal arts college and a research-focused university. While research universities are typically much larger in size and provide an education focused around research, liberal art colleges are smaller and structure their undergrad programs around the arts, humanities, and sciences. This emphasis often requires the completion of an extensive general education program. So the question remains, why so many general education courses? It seems the popular opinion among students is that the requirements are too demanding, stressful, and time-consuming.
It's a little hard when you're trying to graduate on time, having to sit through 3 religions, 3 humanities.
Others feel they are wasting their time in classes not relevant to their major, or even worse, that they've taken before.
When I take humanities, it feels like the same stuff I learned in high school over and over again. Especially I'm having to take American history, which I've taken. I don't know why I have to retake that.
According to Pepperdine's course catalog, each Seaver College student is required to complete 64 units of general education, which comes out to about 19 courses. So how does this compare to other private universities in the area? Liberal Arts University Biola requires 52 units of general education studies, while Research University USC holds students accountable for 32 units, and Liberal Arts University Loyola Marymount currently requires 18 courses. So what makes Pepperdine's GE system so unique? The general ed program at Seaver focuses on developing and strengthening core skills through a variety of subjects. Skills such as the ability to write persuasively, think critically, and understand other cultures.
We want students who are going to go out and be leaders. That's part of mission. But we want students who are going to go out and literally change the world. And in order to do that, you have to have a sense of place and you have to have a sense of understanding in society.
With a motto of purpose, service, and leadership, it's clear that Pepperdine's general ed program has been created with the students' benefit in mind.
Liberal arts graduates often move much more rapidly into positions of management, into positions of leadership, and it's exactly those kinds of things that are delivered through the GE program. It's hard to see the payoff, I think maybe at the time you're enrolled in the GE curriculum, but we feel strongly that it's developing those things that are really what differentiate a Seaver College graduate.
With 19 requirements, the biggest worry for most Seaver students is completing their GEs on time. However, the GE system was designed to be integrated into each student's 4-year plan, and even offers a variety of options for making sure each course is completed. One option is to enroll in the Great Books Colloquium, which allows students to opt out of 5 of the GE courses. Undergrads at Pepperdine may also complete GE courses in summer programs offered both in Malibu and abroad. And for incoming students, passing advanced placement exams will allow for the transfer of credits, therefore lessening the GE requirement. Although students often have a checkbox mentality when it comes to completing their GEs, Pepperdine believes it's these courses that prepare Seaver graduates for life after graduation.
So I took History 204 last semester. I really liked the professor. Not only did he really know what he was talking about, he was really passionate about it.
For Newswave 32, I'm Karina Corona. Chances are you've driven past or even walked into one of his buildings before, or maybe you've seen the blue sign posted around Los Angeles. In his 30 years as a real estate broker, Barry Beitler has made a name for himself in the City of Angels. Born and raised in California, Barry lived in a small home in Hollywood with his parents and older sister. From a young age, Barry knew that real estate was the business for him.
My dad was a general contractor and owned a building materials yard, and he built a lot of the Arby's that used to be around, the Arby's roast beef sandwich places that used to be around. And when I was a kid, I was up on the roofs nailing. So probably through that, I got it in my blood of real estate. But it's just something that came.
Like any great success story, Barry found himself at the bottom, looking to the future with hopes of making it big. With his family having financial troubles at home, he decided it'd be up to him to put himself through college.
I worked in a supermarket and put myself through school, and I went at night to college, and I graduated in 3 years instead of 4. I was driving downtown every day. It was tough.
After graduating from Woodbury University in 1974 with a degree in business administration, Barry started his own company. At the age of 25, Barry officially launched Beitler Commercial Realty Services. This made him one of the youngest brokers in the nation to run a commercial broker company. But being so young in a market full of experienced professionals is never easy, and Barry found himself having to work twice as hard to prove that he had what it takes to make it in the real estate business.
It's always tough when you're really young and you're dealing with a good old boys network of older people. But I was a workaholic, and if I had to work, a second job or something to get going, I would do that.
Today, Beitler Commercial is one of the largest brokerage companies in Southern California and have buildings all over the country. Their clientele includes some of the top names in corporate America, including Sony, DreamWorks, and Bank of America, to name a few. Barry believes the success he has found today all started with taking a risk and following his passion.
I went in there and I just dove in and took a chance. I really, really love what I do, and I think so many people in this world don't love what they do, and that's why they're miserable. And since day one, I've loved everything I've done. And this is the greatest business in the world because every day is different. One day you can be meeting a movie star that's looking to open a restaurant. The next day it can be a law firm, trying to move their offices in Century City, to a pension fund that's trying to buy a high-rise office building. Every day is different.
A drive through the city of Los Angeles is a daily reminder of just how much his hard work pays off.
When I drive down the street and I see a building that I've built, whether it's an apartment building or a medical building or something, or that I've acquired and I've turned the tenancy around and made it, that's what makes me happy, because I can look at that building and say, man, I did that.
Barry plans to work in the real estate business for as long as he can. For Newswave 32, I'm Karina Corona.